There's a whole lot of trades, whole lot of bye weeks, and of course, waiver wire pickups to add for fantasy football for week 9. We'll talk about all that in this video. What's going on, Couch fam? Welcome to my week 9 waiver wire pickups for fantasy football video. Lots of trades just happened. We'll start off with the bye weeks though. Just about every single fantasy manager is going to be affected by these bye weeks. We have 6 teams that are on bye: the Browns, Cowboys, Broncos, Niners, Steelers, and Giants. Lots of trades happen. Not going to go over all of them, but feel free to pause it. These are the trades over here on this side of the screen. And here are a lot of the fantasy impacts that have happened. We're kind of expecting a couple trades to happen, but a whole lot of trades happened. So let's see how it pans out as far as fantasy football goes. Let's start off with the quarterbacks to add. I think Geno Smith and Aaron Rodgers should be added in every single league. Aaron Rodgers, don't have a lot of hope for him in the future, but as far as this week goes, going against the Lions, he is an amazing streaming option. Now, I know he's not going to be available in your league, neither is Geno Smith, but that sliver of a chance that they're available. Maybe you're in a 10-team league and Geno Smith is available. Maybe there's an emotional fantasy owner that dropped Rodgers. So there's hope right there. Justin Fields is not a great start this week going against the Dolphins, but after that, he has the Lions. Falcons are in a terrible matchup, and now he also has Chase Claypool. Should really open up this passing offense for the Bears. Even though they don't throw a lot, Justin Fields is becoming an elite, very efficient and smart runner at that quarterback position, and we all know that is a cheat code in fantasy. Although risky, I think a great streaming option this week is going to be Trevor Lawrence going against the Raiders. Also, he's facing the Chiefs in an upcoming matchup. They're going to have to throw against the Chiefs. I like starting players going against the Chiefs. And the Raiders suck. Could be a high-scoring game, sneaky high-scoring game this week. So I do like Trevor Lawrence more than Justin Fields as far as a short-term option, a streaming option for week 9. I like Justin Fields more as a long-term option than Trevor Lawrence. So you can feel free to switch these two if you want. Number 3 would be Trevor Lawrence this week, and number 4 would be Justin Fields this week. But keep them like this. Keep it like it is right here if you're looking for the long term. And if you're a little bit more desperate or in a deeper league or just really need a bye week start, Marcus Mariota at number 5, Jared Goff at 6, Derek Carr at 7, Matthew Stafford not going to be too good, kind of lost hope in him, but has some decent matchups coming up. Not this week though, going against the Bucks. Deshaun Watson will return week 13 facing the Texans. Andy Dalton, I believe, will remain the starter for the Saints. He played well going against they're going against the Ravens this week. Taylor Heineke is going against the Vikings. And in super duper deep leagues, we got PJ Walker, Sam Ehlinger, and Ryan Tannehill or Malik Willis, whoever decides to play for the Titans. For running backs, we have Kenyon Drake. I never thought I'd say this. Kenyon Drake being the number 1 waiver wire ad as far as running backs go, and that usually means the number 1 waiver wire ad, period. Gus Edwards has a minor injury. My guess is he won't play. We already know J.K. Dobbins is going to miss several weeks. And at number 2, I have Deion Jackson. Jonathan Taylor has a minor ankle injury, and Nyheim Hines got shipped away. Now, the Colts did get Zach Moss, but I'm a certified, official, day 1 Zach Moss hater. I never believed in him, and I still don't, just because a little trade happened, and he's going from the Bills to a much worse team. I don't know why Zach Moss would be relevant all of a sudden unless the Colts are purposely losing or just trying out weird things. It does happen, but as far as I'm concerned, Zach Moss is not on my fantasy radar. and he never was. At number 3, I have Kyron Williams. Should be returning really soon. I have a gut feeling it could be this week. And at number 4, we have Chuba Hubbard. We've been told this is a minor injury, but you know what? It's more major than we've been told. So I don't know when he's going to be healthy, but he should get a lot of targets, a lot of snaps, decent amount of carries when and if he does return. Nyheim Hines is a Buffalo Bill. It's pretty messy there, and there's a lot of weapons, but the Bills did trade for him. As of today, I would say Nyheim Hines is better than James Cook, although it is a very similar player. I think Nyheim Hines is better and will do better than James Cook. And at number 6, ladies and gentlemen, we have our sleeper ad of the week, Jaylen Warren. Something's got to change in Pittsburgh. Najee Harris is putting up Trent Richardson type numbers. It's looking pretty grim, and Jaylen Warren has been doing better. Now, what do I think is going to happen? I'm going to go out on a crazy limb and say that Najee Harris is going to keep the job. He's going to be the man. He's going to be the workhorse. But if they keep losing another game or two and the season's pretty much lost, then I think conspiracy theory, Najee Harris will have a injury, and then Jaylen Warren will get the start. If you need that ultimate stash, that big home run threat, just like we've been doing all year with guys like Ken Walker and so on and so forth, and a lot of them have hit, this could be your guy. Now, I know the Steelers run, their O-line's not good. You know, they're not going to get a ton of great rushing numbers and this and that. But any starting running back, any workhorse running back is valuable in fantasy. Excuse me. And we didn't really expect that with D'Onta Foreman now, did we? But it did happen. So I love adding Jaylen Warren. Only rostered in 10% of leagues. Let me get some water and move on. All right. We also have Rachaad White. I just keep saying this every week. We could see an increased workload for him once after the Bucs bye week. Jeff Wilson was a must drop yesterday, and today he becomes an ad, the RB2 for the Dolphins, and Chase Edmonds is out of there. Isaiah Pacheco, only worth a roster spot in deep leagues. For wide receivers, George Pickens gets a huge boost. Remember, he is on bye. Chase Claypool is out of here. He's in Chicago. Romeo Doubs, great matchup. He's relevant again. He hurt my feelings. He broke my heart the previous week when he got 0 points, but he's kind of back, and I think he's playing better. Remember, he is a rookie, and he is on a team where rookie wide receivers don't really do anything. But hey, the Packers didn't trade for anybody, so he's there. Randall Cobb, I think he's still injured. I don't think he's going to play. Sammy Watkins is Sammy Watkins, and Christian Watson can barely get on the field. He's always hurt. Josh Palmer pretty much becomes a must-add. Okay, Keenan Allen, always injury-prone. Mike Williams, guaranteed to miss some time. Josh Palmer becomes very relevant. Justin Herbert, another week to heal, or another 2 weeks to heal. Coming off that bye week, those ribs hopefully are fully healed right now. The bye week could do the Chargers a lot of good. Rondale Moore at number 4. Donovan Peoples-Jones. I'm really impressed by this guy, and he should be added in more leagues. Now, he is on a bye week, but Deshaun Watson's coming back in a few weeks. Kadarius Toney, I don't expect much from him. Should be very inconsistent, but the athleticism and talent and hopefully determination is there. I did stash him in a lot of leagues. I think you should stash him as well. Keeping expectations low, but hey, bring back D'Onta Foreman, did the same thing with him, and I guess that worked out. So it could work out with Kadarius as well. Terrace Marshall is just elevated into a huge role now on the Panthers with no CMC, so all those targets got to go somewhere, and no deep threat Robbie Anderson. So Terrace Marshall takes over the Robbie Anderson role, and he's going to get a few more targets than that. And, of course, DJ Moore gets the huge boost, but Terrace Marshall, man, a sneaky ad. And we're already in super deep league territory, by the way. Isaiah McKenzie, he's on, like, the best team, the best offense in the league. So that's worth something. And Darnell Mooney, probably not available in your league, and he was ranked much higher on this list. But now he kind of gets a downgrade with Chase Claypool there. Not enough targets to go around, and Justin Fields likes to spread the ball. Still, if you're in a deep league, Mooney is worth the roster spot. At tight end, these top two guys are essentially elite options and should be added in every single league. Evan Ingram on the Jaguars is playing actual football. He looks like an actual football player, and he gets my stamp of approval. Go add Evan Ingram. Even as a tight end too. Greg Dulcich, wow. The past 3 weeks since this guy's returned, this is what happened. He's kind of taken the fantasy world by storm, and it's being kind of quiet. Let me explain. Greg Dulcich comes back. Now, remember, he's a rookie, so he's coming back for the first time, all right? So he comes back from injury. Albert O, healthy scratch. So you already scratched off Albert O's name. On top of that, he's on a terrible team with a meme for a quarterback. He doesn't even have a real quarterback. He just has a meme. Also, that guy didn't even play for 1 week. So he barely has a quarterback. He's a rookie. He's never played before in the NFL. He's been injured. And he's a top 3 tight end. Look at what Cortland Sutton is doing. Look at what the quarterback is doing. Look at what this team and this offense is doing. With all of that going on, Greg Dulcich, top 3 tight end, and that's in every format. Standard, half PPR, full PPR. The last 3 weeks, this guy's been the tight end 3. That is significant. Go add this guy. And thanks to him, I won a couple of matchups in a couple leagues where I have Travis Kelce. Greg Dulcich came clutch for me because all 3 weeks he's been consistent and good. I mean, he's getting everything, right? He's getting the targets, he's getting the yards, he's getting the catches and the TDs. That's why he's been a top 3 tight end in all formats. Love Greg Dulcich. For those of you that had him as a sleeper tight end like I did in Dynasty, it's already paying off, and he's just started his NFL career. Tyler Conklin is back. The Jets are kind of forced to throw the ball now that they don't have their all-star running back, Breece Hall. It's not really great, though. So if you're more desperate, go to Robert Tonyan. David Njoku is injured and on bye, but he will be the man once he comes back. Number 6. Now we're in super deep league, super desperate territory here. Noah Fant, Will Dissly, Foster Moreau, only if Darren Waller is out. Cole Kmet, Isaiah Likely, with Mark Andrews injured, even though the injury is minor. He might miss time, he might not. Brock Wright now is the tight end 1 on the Lions, whatever that's supposed to mean. Kyle Granson, Colts tight end, and Tommy Tremble, always my deep sleeper pick that never really does anything, but I just like putting him on this list. For defenses, don't comment about the Bills, Eagles, or Patriots. They're added in every single league, but I wanted to mention them because I get a comment every week. Bills, elite. Eagles, elite. Patriots, I love them this week. And right next to the Patriots, though, is the Bengals. I think you got a little bit more of a chance that the Bengals are available than the Patriots. I know the Bengals are probably not available, but Bengals D is great streaming option this week. If you can't get one of those top 4, the Bills, Eagles, Patriots, or Bengals D, look for the Vikings D, Dolphins D. They just got Bradley Chubb, by the way. Chiefs D. These are all pretty good options, actually. These top 4 and then the 3, elite options that are already rostered. So hopefully you got one of those top 7 defenses. If not, go for the Bucks, Ravens, Colts, Rams, Chargers, Packers, or Panthers. And for kicker, try to really get one of these top 5 kickers if you don't already have a guy like Justin Tucker or Evan McPherson or Tyler Bass or even Daniel Carlson. Hopefully he'll bounce back. He's been super elite other than this past week. So if you don't got one of those super elite options, go get you a Harrison Butker. He's going to go off this week. Jason Myers should do very well this week. He's like the best kicker in fantasy. Yunwei Koo, Nick Folk should have another good week. And then Jake Elliott, who is the talent and skill is there, and the team is good, the opportunities are there, but for some reason, the Eagles, they grind and they score touchdowns and they don't kick a lot of field goals. It is what it is. It's rare that this happens. But hey, man, teams like the Raiders, sometimes they kick a ton of field goals. Seahawks kick a decent amount of field goals. A lot of times the Falcons kick a lot of field goals. Same thing with the Patriots. But the Eagles don't. They just don't kick enough field goals, man. It's just one of those things. And then if you're in a deep league and desperate, go for Mason Crosby or Jason Sanders. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. We have a second YouTube channel. It's called Fantasy Couch Podcast. Please go and subscribe to that as well. It really helps us out, and lots of cool content and live streams on that channel as well. Good luck this week, and I'll see you guys on the next video / live stream.